We got the plans, cause we are the Tech Shamans. We understand, cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.
Rob disappeared, man. We heard him. Where'd Rob go?
You don't understand our pain.
The
moment we start recording, Rob cuts off his speaker out here to the studio, and so we don't get to actually talk to Rob for the rest of the show.
People think
it's horrible.
People think I'm crazy.
Well,
they're like,
that has nothing to do with Rob or voices.
I'm like, yeah, there's a guy in the back room. He's typically in our ears, but we've got a little fancy and we got a little speaker over
Yeah, but now
there.
we have speakers out
I know,
here.
Isn't that awesome?
It's really cool.
That's kind of cool. Hey, welcome to Tech Shamans.
Hi, Tech Shamans. Yeah,
I'm John, Anthony, and Adam.
Hey.
How's everybody's weekend?
There was a weekend?
What's a weekend?
No.
I think I missed it.
I'm pretty sure I missed it.
Yeah.
We did so Tampa opened up the convention center, and we did a home show this weekend.
Okay.
And
How
it
were the
wasn't
crowds?
not.
Okay, crowd's the wrong word. How many people showed up?
Yeah.
With capacity for 150,000?
I think if there was 2,000 people there both days combined.
Wow.
That was a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Including vendors?
No, and not including vendors. We had.
How was the vendor show?
The vendor show was really good. There was some really cool stuff there. We did a ton of interviews, and next week on the Tech Shamans Show, we'll actually talk about a couple of the things that we saw there because it was really cool. Yeah. But the vendor. I mean, well, I'll tell you right now, the bundt cake lady was there. Oh, dude. So everybody got. I mean, I got a lemon, which is my favorite. So lemon bundt cake. Dylan got her white chocolate raspberry.
Oh God.
Dylan got his chocolate chip chocolate. My son Cage got. Well, Dylan's my son too, but he got a carrot cake. Michael got a pumpkin spice type of thingy, and then of course we got a confetti and another.
All right. So I'm just going to stop and I'm going to say, look at this table. And does anybody see any cake on this table?
I don't see any cake.
I don't see any cake.
Okay, first of all, they didn't make it. Once they got home, they didn't make it. I mean, even the extra ones that we bought, they're gone. It's like, hello. So here's the thing. I'll run to South Tampa because I got to go there tomorrow, and I'll bring you one.
Yeah, that would be awesome sauce.
So, in a couple of weeks, we're starting a brand new show. I'm going to talk about this real quick. We're talking about a brand new show called Classic Nerds. It's old nerds talking nerd, or old guys talking nerd. And it's going to be a really cool show. It's on Monday night.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're even going to do a front porch bickering over, I still think Pong is the greatest game ever. That's just my personal opinion. That and Tetris. Tetris and my two favorites.
I still play a version of Tetris on my phone.
Yeah?
Yep.
I do.
It's
I
called
love
Block
Tetris.
Goku.
What did you do this weekend?
What did I don't remember.
Really?
Honest to God. I mean, I know that yesterday I had, we play a lot of board games at our house. And yesterday I was involved in a game of Battle for Hogwarts. It is a Harry Potter cooperative game. It is phenomenal, and we play it constantly. And usually we just wail on it because we got these strategies down. And it's like yesterday, the cards came up so bad, we quit twice. And reshuffled and started the whole game over again because we knew we'd gotten to the point of no return. There was no way we could win.
Right.
So we had to stop. So we went back. And the third time, we won because we cheated.
Oh, geez.
We literally had to cheat to win. It was just the cards were just coming up awful. And so it's like that just like put a cloud over the weekend at that point.
Yeah. I've been there. I understand what you're saying.
So normally, what's like a 60-minute game? We were there for 3 hours.
Oh, my. God have mercy.
Not what we had in mind.
Adam locked down his house.
Look, no, I also spent the weekend leveling up some characters on my Genshin Impact game.
See, there you go.
So there's an event going
Dude,
on
I
just
got.
today, and
I know this is a tech show,
Yeah.
but the food that you post,
oh,
that one you did, was it Saturday or Sunday with the? What was that? Because that looked good. I mean, it looked like it had it either had cantaloupe or it had
avocado.
Avocado.
We had ackee and bacon. Usually ackee and saltfish. We did ackee and bacon, and then kalaloo.
so.
None of these words mean anything to
No,
me.
no,
by
I
the
know.
way. Yeah.
No, that's so good. So good.
As a matter of fact, I decided to take the helm on making the ackee
I'm
and stuff.
I'm watering at the mouth
My
because
wife usually makes all that.
yeah.
Wow.
So it was very good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into some tech today.
Yeah.
And,
eventually.
you know, eventually,
We're 4
yeah.
minutes in.
Yeah,
Yeah, we might as
that's
well start now.
So when you put in the chat what you want to talk about, I'm like, okay, I'm even confused. Because I always thought a landing page was
Yeah.
the front of your website. That is the welcome page.
That is your homepage.
That is your home
That
page.
is your homepage. Yeah. What I put in is what is a landing page and how is it different from a website or homepage? And the fact of the matter is, many people use their home pages as a landing page, and it's probably not a very good thing to do. So what we have is your home page is where you land directly when you type in your plain basic URL. That is your home page. That is, you consider it your website, okay? But really, your website is all the pages that you have. And you just have the home page is the main place where you land. And generally, people need to know your URL.
Okay.
Or have found your URL in order to go to your landing page. So the example that I've brought up as the ideal, I love it, is Best Buy. Okay, and it's not because it's anything special or anything flashy or anything fantastic. Excuse me, but because on Best Buy, you land there and you go, okay, here's what's on sale. Let me go ahead and type in what I need because it's never on sale. And my search bar is right here, and it's really easy to use, and I can come in and I can use your website to find what I want. And that is a standard thought process that we think people go through. But starting about 20 years ago, and it's only gotten better, the landing page concept is something that more and more people are catching on, actually drives business. So let's say, for example, you have your Facebook business page, and there's a button on there that says contact us or check it out, learn more. Learn more is the generic everything one.
Yeah, it's
okay.
the catch-all.
So yeah, it's the catch-all. They don't have to go directly to your landing page or your home page.
Really?
From that. No, you can put in any damn page you want. And a landing page is something that provides a guided tour of your product or service.
Okay.
So these are people, they aren't coming there because they know who you are and they know what they're looking for. They're coming there perhaps because you have a series of articles out saying, hey, I have this new program starting for weight loss, and I want people to come in and join. Now, if they come to your homepage, they're going to be buried in links and other information, and I just get over it. Okay, the internet is the home place of ADD.
Right.
And if you give people something else to do, they are guaranteed going to do it. So if you have people that you want to bring into your website and you want them to follow a very specific path to get you to what we call your DSO, your desired site outcome, then your goal is not to bring them to your home page. Your goal is to bring them to a landing page that gives them very few options. It brings them right in and forces them to focus. That's actually kind of hard to say, forced to focus.
Right.
It forces them to focus on the path you want them to take. It's like pushing them into a sales presentation. And so it's the difference between calling a business and going, they go, hello, Acme, can I help you? And you're like, I need to talk to you. You need to know what you're doing when you get there.
Right.
But imagine now you call them, you go, hey there, thank you for responding to our ad about knee surgeries. We have all the information you need. Why don't we start with what's your name? Okay, hi, John. I'm going to talk to you about knee surgery today.
I want to be Bob.
Okay, boom, 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 boom. I'm sorry, Bob. Yes.
Bob.
I'm sorry. I wonder why I said John. Why would that come to mind? Weird, I know.
Crazy, right?
But that's the difference. With a landing page, you specifically construct it to give you to give your potential customer exactly the guided path that you want them to take. Now, I have another example here of a landing page we built for a client. And if you can bring that one up, Rob, that'd be great. This is a person who is, somewhat well known on the internet, but he has a book for sale. So when he puts out the link to buy his book, of course, he wants them to go here. He doesn't really want them to go to Amazon or anywhere else because they'll take a cut. But here, all he has to do is pay 3% to YouTube or PayPal. And so he can drive people straight to this. Now, if you look at this page and you click around it, you will see that there's a menu at the top. The Dr. Alonzo Williams link at the top only brings you to this page. The link on the right takes you to the sales page. The link in the green button takes you to the sales page. The book takes you to the sales page. That's the only thing you can do from this page is buy the book.
Right.
And that's the goal of a good landing page, is you focus people to do the task you want them to do.
So do people call these, is this the same thing as having a ClickFunnels?
ClickFunnels is a brand name of a product, that was pretty cool. And what it did was it allowed people to build a landing page with lots of different options on the back end, but no real options on the front end.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that it was the same mentality,
Right.
but ClickFunnels would be many pages you would go through. So you take them from this page, then they go to this page, and once they get on this page, then they're going to go to this page, and it's like, this is like, do we really need choose your own mystery? Okay, or choose your own adventure? Okay, that's really not what we're shooting for here.
Right.
And they've now realized that the most effective method for that kind of funnel-based marketing is the single-page landing page. And what you put in it, you can go ahead and scroll down on some of our more complicated pages that we build for clients like this, and the only option you ever get is buy it now or continue reading. And you can keep going down the page. Then you get another button, buy it now or continue reading.
Right.
You get all the way to the button, last chance, or all the way to the button. You're at the bottom of the page. Here's your last chance. What are you going to do? You've only had one thing you could do in the whole page. Buy it now. And it's just a question of when do you have enough information that you're ready to buy.
Right.
But just keep them scrolling and give them opportunity on every screen to easily buy the product or engage in the action you want them to engage in. It may be book an appointment. It may be, give us your name for our email list so that we can announce, the product when it's going out. Whatever it is, construct your landing page to fulfill a very specific function.
Right.
And then drive people there with advertising. Because it doesn't matter what the URL is, what the name of the page is. Because, like I said, on the Facebook thing, all those buttons, I'll just say, learn more. The link you put in the back end, they'll never see. You can take them to any page you want on the internet. And it's the same thing with anything else you're going to build. You're going to send out an email. You send it in with the link built in. They don't have to look at this long email and type anything in. All they're ever going to do is click. But that's because you're running Web 2.0.
Right.
Web 2.0 is where you are you're attracting the customers to your website via advertising. You're telling them to click here. It's not like they have to remember anything. They got to type in anything. Nothing. All they have to do is click, and that's what you want to make everything possible. But you don't want to make it easy to click away from your landing page. You just want to make it easy to click buy it now.
Right. Exactly.
So that's the difference between a landing page, a home page, and of course your website will have both of them in it. But that's the name of the game.
It's funny that the word ClickFunnels was a brand.
Yeah.
So it'd be like tissues. Say if you want a
Kleenex.
tissue, I want a Kleenex.
I want a
Or
Kleenex. Yeah.
hand me a pair of catalog locks.
Yes.
Channel locks is not
Yeah.
not what they are. Channel lock is actually the maker of the actual adjustable wrench or
Right.
the adjustable pliers.
Right.
So it would kind of, but that's sorry, I just
No, you're absolutely right. And I have some really cool. ClickFunnels used to give out really cool T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I have several of them. And,
So I always thought, people, that's the name of it, that's
no,
what the
no,
the
it's
product
actually
is.
it's their brand name.
Okay.
It's like we're almost there now. Go Google this.
Exactly.
Google is a verb.
Yeah.
Right. Like when really it's just evil.
It's
Okay.
just-
Evil.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Google. Don't shut us down.
Too late.
That's
Google
See?
too late.
Exactly.
Proving. See, the thing is, if they shut us down, they'll be proving they're evil. See how that works?
Oh, it's like, ha.
Google's like delete from internet.
We're now almost insulated until they erase us from existence. Okay.
That's awesome. Oh, God have mercy. Okay, so that makes now. So if I want to do multiple landing pages,
Oh yeah. That's how you test them.
so if you do a landing page, so let's say take WeBeam TV.
Yeah.
And so we want to start pushing separate products. We do one for podcasting.
Yep.
Right. One
Yep.
for do your own show.
Yep.
One for social media.
Yeah.
Management.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
And see what
And you do one
fires the
pagers
best.
for each one.
Okay.
Okay. You don't do mini websites. You do it. In the email world, it was called the long page format.
Yes.
Okay. But that's what we're doing. We're now doing long page websites, to where you just keep going down with more information, and you can put anchor points so that you get a menu at the top, but all it does is drop you down the page. You've all seen those. Okay.
Yes.
That is phenomenal because there's no load time. You're just there. Because
Right.
the page is already preloaded for you.
Yep.
So because load time, oh, it's loading. Let me go do something else because I'm on the internet and I have ADD. Okay, and that's all there is to it.
Squirrel.
And so, squirrel.
Oh, look at that's blingy and pretty.
Yeah. Okay, and so if you give them a split second while the little wheel of loading is loading, okay, they will go click another tab.
So and that's why, and everybody asks me, they're like, because a lot of our people that want to know who we are, blah 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 blah, they're like, well, why are you not bigger on social media? It's because I don't want to. I want everything on my website.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything has to be on my website.
Yeah.
I want my viewership on my website. I don't want it on Facebook. I don't want it on
Well, you're
YouTube.
getting it from so
I
many
don't-
sources.
I want it.
Yeah.
Go to webeamtv.com and watch there. The whole weekend, our spill during this the home show. Well, who are you guys? Well, we're Webeam TV. Blah 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 blah. Well, how big are you on your social media? Don't care about social media. I care about my website. My website carries 1.5 million locally, 3.5 million nationally, and that's my thing. That's what I want. I don't care about Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. Even though we're on those platforms, I don't care about those.
Yeah. Well, if you click through Facebook to our
Right.
website, we have.
Well, and that's what I
Exactly.
said. And I tell everybody, because one goes, well, do you, like, some of the guys where they're like, well, do you allow advertising? I said, kind of. I said, we don't do the typical, here's a 30-second commercial for you to watch. Because the minute that comes on, someone's like, I'm just going to kind of go away. Right?
Yeah.
So what we do is in radio, like almost like a radio read in the radio world. So we'll actually talk about the product.
Right.
Which
is standard for podcasts.
It is.
Okay, because and that's where you pay premium dollars for that kind of an ad in a podcast, because
Right.
you're getting the actual host, the actual celebrity, or guys like us, whatever, to talk about your product. And we actually discuss it.
Right. People
Yeah.
will go, well, how do you monetize? How do you monetize what you do? It's because we monetize by people bringing in, like right now, I'm going to jump right at Call 7.
Go.
Right? Call 7
Brilliant.
is a sponsor of WeBeam TV, right? And they take care of our 7.com. I'm going to bring that up real quick. Call7.com. They are the sponsor of WeBeam TV. They handle our phone system.
Yep.
And they're a great voice over IP. I've known Larry for a long time. My son works for him. A low-cost solution for an enterprise and small business where a smartphone fully integrate and become a part of your new phone system, right? Or they have the big system. They handle the big
Right.
guys, and they handle the guys that need just 1 or 2 lines.
And you know what's really neat? They actually have specialized products for medical offices. That's where
do.
they started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they will. Everybody's like zoom, 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 zoom. Well, when you're in a medical office and you're discussing stuff, you can't use Zoom because it's not
HIPAA approved.
It's not HIPAA
compliant.
approved.
Yeah.
But Larry over at Call 7 and Dylan, they have their Zoom set up where it's HIPAA compliant.
Right.
Which is the telemed side, right?
Yep.
So if you're talking to, if you call in to see your doctor and you're doing
Yep.
a Zoom,
Right.
that back end side is actually now HIPAA compliant, which
Right.
is absolutely
Yeah,
phenomenal.
but they made sure of that, and that's an area of specialization for them. And what you've just seen us do right here is do exactly what we were just talking
That's
about
a
how
radio
you can
read.
monetize.
That's right.
That's a radio read.
And it
okay,
keeps
and the
us
thing
from-
is, all of it's true.
Yeah.
It's 100%. But we happen to know the product. We happen to know Larry, and we've helped him get involved with other businesses.
Right.
So we've learned these things in the process.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's like. Let me. I'm going to talk about another one real quick. Ready?
Okay.
Let me see if I can find the website. I don't know if I can find them or not. I don't know. 'Cause, this AMS guy, I don't know. He's never around. I don't know. He never answers his phone. No, I'm just kidding. AMS Computer Repair. Adam. I am going to talk about Adam because here's the thing. So when my computers go down, and now Adam knows my buddy Ed is one that's always built our systems.
Right.
But Ed is a super busy dude. And the only other person that I trust touching my systems is Adam. That man, I've called him several times going, hey, I've got this problem, I've got this problem, I've got this problem. He goes, okay, if he can come to me, he will. If not, we take it to him and he fixes it. Or he remotely does it.
Right.
He'll go and I'm like, well, that was cool. You would think the boss tech here, and that's my nickname on all the other shows, as I would know all this stuff. But there comes a point in time when I got to go.
No, you have to be practical.
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because, I know I should know, but I don't. It gets.
You don't have the bandwidth.
I'm going to start calling my kids 1A, 1-2, 1B because I can't remember anymore. So
I actually went Charlie Chan on that, and I've got number 1 son, number 2 son, number 1 daughter, number 2 daughter, number 3 daughter, and that's
way.
it. No, it works
So
perfectly.
now what you just see me do, that was a radio read, right? That's the way it works. You know, but not because he's just sitting here and he's one of our tech shamans, but it's the fact that he does a really good job, and he's honest. He's like, dude, don't.
No.
There's a couple things. Don't fix it. Just replace that thing. You're probably way better off. So, but anyway, that's a radio read. I jumped off.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump into this next. Anybody, anything else on that landing page?
No, I think we've beaten that.
That horse. I hate to say
I hate
that.
to say that. Phrase. We had
flogged that camel.
I'm so politically
flogged the
incorrect.
camel.
But,
okay, all right, there we
and
go.
I love horses. If I ever see you beating a horse, I'll beat you.
Absolutely.
I'll be the first person that'll come out of the gate coming after your butt because horses are beautiful animals. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is Apple, and this kind of took me a little. It set me back just a little bit.
It surprised me.
Yeah. Researchers found 55 flaws in Apple's corporate network.
And those guys are just banking. Apple is just giving them all sorts of money. It's great. They those white hats were in there for quite some time. They were part of their Apple's find something wrong with our stuff and we'll
reward program.
Reward program.
Yeah.
So they were in there for quite some time. They found some flaws that would allow them to take over people's iCloud accounts.
Wow, that bad.
It was basically the whole intricates of Apple. They had access to every service, and they could have destroyed.
And
They were making money legitimately.
and of course, Apple's response was stellar, of course. But
yes.
My point is, put yourself in these people's shoes. You're working through and you're finding this stuff.
Yeah.
When do you tell them?
Yeah, right.
Because if you have this up on your screen and you're not supposed to give your report for a week, okay, and you've discovered it, do you say, "Oh my God, I need to tell them now"? Okay, but if they patch that, it may cover over a rabbit hole that you still need to explore. And so it's like, what a dilemma to be in that situation.
I believe so far they've paid out over $200 $100,000 on
Yep.
that. And
Yeah, it was like
they were-
238 or something like that. Yeah.
What, 800,000 or something like that, or 500 and something, 27,000 by the time they're done.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's gonna
Yep.
be
Some
it's
crazy
And,
numbers.
I mean, they had some of these patches in place in hours.
Yeah.
Like 4 to 6 hours.
You
they
got to
were
figure
patching them.
the intricacies
Yeah.
of the system. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like it's just like asking somebody for a second set of eyes to come in and, hey, could you take a look at this and see if it's okay?
Yeah.
That's the way the reward program's working. You know.
Yeah.
What if is there something that we're not thinking about that could be an issue?
I had when I was I did a stint at a large financial firm, and I found this massive hole in one of their products that what it did was it relied on the honesty of the salesperson putting in the numbers, and it was like through 3 levels of management, and they could not figure out why the salesman was changing these numbers all the time. Didn't make any sense to them. And I came in, I looked at it, I analyzed the system, and I said, well, here you go. I gave him like 7 folders of crimes this guy's had committed.
Oh, God.
Okay, I tracked it back, and it was just like dollars from the clients. Just like $5 here and $10 there.
Wow.
But it ended up being thousands of dollars a month for this guy.
Right.
And so they went after him and they nailed him, and but they were just, how did you find this? How did you know this? And I'm like, I have outside eyes.
Right.
Right.
And that was it. You guys were not seeing your risk here.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Apple.
They
Little
were looking
things
through
creeped in.
rose-colored glasses, what they used to call it, right?
Yeah.
Rose-colored
Way back in the
glasses.
old
They get
days.
complacent and they don't know. They see, they have that. They have the blinders on. They see
Yeah.
what they see, and they can't see outside of that. So-
Well, it may also come down to, their jobs are on the line if they don't hit a job in time.
Right.
And so they might leave a door open
Right.
because I got to get this done by Monday.
Yep.
So they may not knowingly have left a door open, but because of a time press from inside the company, the culture forced them to leave the door.
and then it starts all over the next week.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So that's what they did. There were some pretty bad errors in there too, but they got them. So hooray for Apple again, as always.
Yeah.
Well, they always take care of they always take,
Their brand is everything. Their security is their brand.
Security is their brand. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
so
is.
that just makes
Yeah.
a big difference for them to.
Yeah,
make
it's
sure-
like, how would it look if McAfee got hacked? Or McAfee, however you want to pronounce it. Okay? I mean, really, think about that for a minute.
Dude, that was that.
I mean,
and I hate to that's that shit crazy.
that would just be amazing.
Have you
okay?
seen? And I know this is a bunny trail. Sometimes, have you seen that the documentary they did on him?
No.
Oh, he is batshit crazy, bro. I'm like,
Sounds like somebody I'd like to learn about.
crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went and he fled the country for extra.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God. So,
Yep.
all right. So the next one is we're going to talk about is okay. So I guess they're following suit. New nationwide program offering phones to millions of low-income
Right.
Americans.
This is a new program from the 70s.
They've
Right.
been doing this already for quite some
Yeah,
time.
I mean,
It's just,
the-
you know what it is?
The last
It's-
ones were Obama phones.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, all it is it's another company joining in on the program to give
To
that-
provide
provide phones.
the free 3G
It's just
phones.
another option, like another company to deal with. That's all.
Yeah,
there's
there's nothing new here. I mean, the free phones thing goes back to, was it Nixon? No, Reagan.
Reagan.
It goes back, sorry, it was the 80s, not the 70s.
Well, they got
Yeah,
we
so it
got
goes back to
telephone
Reagan,
service.
where
Telephone
people are like,
service.
no, you have to have a phone, and we're going to
Yeah.
make sure you do,
Right.
whatever
Right.
it takes. And so, because they're a matter of, and now we realize if you don't have this, you can't get a job. You need to do so much stuff online right now, and you need to do it from a smartphone generally. You got to be able to take text. You got to be.
The new company is offering some
Yeah.
3 gigs of data for the
Yeah.
month and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
for a low end phone and stuff, that's perfect.
Right. And the
enough-
company's
just
called
enough
True
for-
Connect.
Yeah,
True Connect.
but that's all that is. It's definitely it's a new program put in place by Ronald Reagan.
Not the Reagan, man. Not the
Ronald
Reagan.
Reagan. Remember that Star
Reagan.
Wars?
Oh,
Oh
yeah, I
yeah.
remember that.
All right.
So something fun. iPhone 12 got a major leak
Yep.
just before launch day. Details, price, and release date. Which actually,
Wow.
it's got four.
mean-
Okay, so it's got 4 cameras.
Oh, isn't one of them
LiDAR.
LiDAR?
Yeah, they both have LiDAR.
No, only the Pro. No, I mean only the Max. Yeah, it's only the Max.
They only threw it on the Pro Max? I thought it was both Pros.
No,
I saw 2 phones that had LiDAR.
Okay, well,
when I read what I read.
We're going to find out who's lying.
We're going to find out tomorrow. Yeah, LiDAR, pants on FIDAR.
LiDAR.
Yeah. I read an
Never mind.
article last week that they decided to only put the LiDAR on the Pro Max, not the Pro. So that makes you buy which is good with me. I like LiDAR.
Yeah.
I can use that for our Parageek show.
Huh.
Because you can detect ghosts with it. If you believe into that sort of thing.
Really, it's just used for focusing, but whatever. Yeah.
Focusing in the AR world.
Exactly, in the AR world.
That's going to
You
be.
got it.
So it's going to be like the Pro Max will start at $1,099.
Yep.
Which isn't that the
$10.99.
same price that it is?
The 11 Pro?
started
Yeah.
off at?
Yep.
Yep.
Max? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't see any major. I think all it is the biggest announcement would be the removal of SE and then just making the smaller iPhone 12 is
Right.
But I think that's more like of a rebranding
Yep.
than anything.
Yeah, I skipped the 11, and now I'll go with the 12.
Yeah.
Now-
I have an 11.
The
Yep.
SE models always had the old iPhone 4 or 5 look, the square
the
side.
square edge,
So
and
now
that's
that we're-
coming back.
And now that's coming back.
Yeah.
So why not take that SE? Now it's a way to take that SE out of there and rebrand it.
Right.
Now that they've
Remember when they
taken
came
it
out with the C? Because it was a different
cheap.
color.
The cheap one.
Oh, jeez, no.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started with that
I'm
thing.
like,
That thing was a joke.
why would you do that?
It
was
was cheap.
do-
It was plastic. No, that's all it was. It was to prove that it wasn't actually going to help Apple.
Yeah.
They put out a cheap phone because everybody's like, you're too expensive. You're going to put out a cheap phone. Put out a cheap phone. It flopped.
Yeah.
It's like, there. See?
Right.
We knew what we were talking about. And that was it. You'll never see a C again.
Yeah.
Yep.
See?
There's C for cheap.
C, no C.
No C, no C.
No C 'em.
C.
No say.
C.
No say, no C.
So I think it's going to be pretty. I'm kind of giddy for it,
Yeah. I think
but I'm going to wait 3 months. I'm going to let everybody else do the shakedown because that's typically what happens. That first 3 months coming out, it's like, oh crap, what did I buy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. And so I did finally update my 10 Max to 14, and okay, I don't see the big difference other than the whole thing it does in the end, which has I do like that part. I'm not. I still use I know where everything is, so I just
Right.
go there.
still get used
and
to
getting to it quickly is hard because I have a crap load of stuff on my phone. So I'm like, I might as well I just know where everything's at.
So how they have the chargers, the wireless charging.
Yes.
So and sometimes you put them on the base and it doesn't quite hit right.
Right.
And it gets annoying and you're trying to find it. And you're waiting for that ding and you just
Yep.
don't hear it. So I use the one of the shortcuts in there that they've had, obviously since 12, but never really utilized it. But I saw one of the videos. I'm like, it's now that you can add some of the home automation shortcuts in there and features, and I did it. So now when I set it down and it hits right, it says iPhone is charging real loud.
Nice.
And I'm like, yeah.
So okay, so you use the wireless charging.
Yes, I do.
I've heard other people go.
I have used wireless charging since my iPhone 11.
But you have to take it out of your case.
No.
No.
Really?
I have it in my OtterBox.
See, I have because I have this metal plate that's on my magnet.
That might screw you up.
Everybody
The big
said,
metal
well,
plate.
that right there won't let it charge.
Yes,
I had the metal ring, and it went right through the ring without any trouble. I could just lay it on the charger and be
I
done.
haven't. See, I
Yeah.
gave all you guys the nice big ones. Did you get one for Christmas? I gave a lot of people got them.
No, I got a bunch of them.
So I still have the old one. I like the big because it kind of catches better.
The big round ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, and I took it off because I was having trouble with Bluetooth connection, and I was wondering if it was the metal ring that was causing it, and it turns out it wasn't. But at that point, I'd already bought another mount for the phone
Okay.
that just clicks in place. It's really neat.
Right.
So
I love
did
my
you
mount.
hear what they're talking about at the event tomorrow?
No. Oh, did they? Tell us what
Ugh.
they're talking about.
Okay, so they're talking about possibility of a new, obviously the iPhone 4 versions of the iPhone 12.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's
4
one of them.
versions.
4 versions. So
Yep.
just to confuse everybody more. So they're also talking about a new HomePod Mini.
Yes.
So
Which
the
will
HomePod
wireless charge as
yeah,
well. Yeah.
right. So
Or,
the
no,
HomePod
magnet charge. Yeah.
magnet charge.
Yep.
Yes. So the HomePod, you know, I haven't used it, but I think the price point when it came out was really too high, anyways. So they're talking about a possibility of a HomePod Mini of starting price. I think it was $99.
Wow.
So that's one, and then new AirPods, but like over the ear, kind of like headphones. So it's basically just drawing on that Beats by Dre, which now Beats is owned by Apple, and probably making a pro version of their wireless headphones for DJs and things like that.
Nice.
Yeah. Not going to buy those expensive, overpriced pieces of crap. Sorry.
Well, and the phone.
I have an HP Beats laptop that is just one of the biggest pieces of dogs I've ever owned in my life.
We won't go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very, very bad. But I don't like the normal iPhone earpods. They don't fit in my ears right.
You use the pros?
No, I actually went out and bought a version of the Pros that work just as good, and those are fine. I have to have that little rubber piece,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
or the other ones just they fall.
Believe
out.
it or not, the opposite. I got the Beats version of the Pros. You know, the ones that had the little clip that went over
Right.
there. That I figured would be really nice.
And you
because-
like those?
No, they
No.
hurt my ears
They do.
so bad. But they had the rubber tip on them and stuff. But the problem is something about the design. The way they had the hook on it.
Yep.
That just felt like it was just bending my ear.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the regular AirPods
Yeah.
don't bother me.
So you can use those.
I can use those.
Yeah.
I'm still afraid that they're
I
gonna
use mine
fall
all the
out.
time.
They're so weird.
I have
Yeah.
never had one fall out, and
I know.
I'm around the farm all the time wearing them.
I'll slip,
You know,
I'll slip
I have
my shirt
nothing.
off.
True.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
that it's or like you got the mask on. I could just literally
Oh, yeah.
pull the mask off. My ears flop and it's
They
still
stay
there.
in. Yeah,
I'm like,
no.
"Hey."
I tried to use them. I mean,
Lucky
you get
you,
them.
I can't get a mask off like that. If I try that, my glasses go flying.
You know, you get them. You get them when you get your phone, right? And it's like I have just never. Even the wired ones, I still can't. So I just have to go out and get my normal ones.
Yeah.
And they work.
Well,
just
I guess
fine.
everybody has different.
I have weird ears,
everybody
but
has
I've known
different
that for a
insides.
long time. So,
It's like a fingerprint.
so the next we'll go. We
Yeah,
got
very
this.
much so.
We got this thing from Mashable. As the early internet kept showing us the future, and we just rolled our eyes every time. It's kind of funny. I went back and I read this, and you know they're right, man. They kept saying, "Hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This one, and no, that'll never happen.
Yeah.
No, that'll never happen. You know, Netflix. No, that'll never. Come on, that's not going to happen. What are you crazy? You're not going to be. Same way when I first started streaming video, and I would tell people we're going to be streaming, and you're going to be able to watch it on your mobile devices.
Yep.
And people are like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "I'm not crazy. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen." And then, sure enough, now here we're 10 years down the road, or actually 20 years down the road, because
Yeah.
we've been streaming since 2003. People are like, "Well, you were right." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
No, and I mean, you've got that. There's a piece floating around that was written in like 1951 or 58.
Oh, I heard about
And the guy is like,
Yes.
he's predicted the
These.
iPhone
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I've checked, and it's legit.
Yep.
It was quoted in an AP source. Okay, the guy actually made it. It appeared in multiple publications at the
Yes.
time.
Yep.
And it's like, oh my God! I mean, he nailed it. You know, your phone will no longer just be attached to the wall. You'll be able to leave the house with it, and it won't just be for talking either. You'll probably be able to look at the people you're talking to, and
Yeah.
you'll be able to find all kinds of information
Yeah.
on it. And it's like, oh my God, this
he
is like
nailed it.
70 years ago.
Yeah, he nailed
and
it.
he
It's like,
nailed it.
you know,
Wow.
That's so.
Yeah.
Hey, have you guys ever heard? And again, Bunny Trail. Have you ever heard of a gentleman called Captain Zap?
Nope. Nope. Got nothing.
Really? You ever heard of someone named Ian Murphy?
Going through my file cabinet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Captain Zap pulled one of the top 10 hacks of all time. Back in the 90s,
Okay.
mid 90s, right? He was the guy that said, or he was the kid that said, I am paying way too much for my phone. So he hacked AT&T.
Okay.
Captain Zap. Now,
I'm going to talk about 2 other guys that hacked the phone system. They figured out that the dial tone is how you could get through to an international call or a long distance call. And they figured out how to replicate that tone in a speaker and play it, and then it would connect you straight through to the person you were trying to dial.
I'm reading up on it.
And I'm going to tell you, we know these guys. Their names were it begins with a W. Wozniak.
What?
Wozniak was one of them, and the other one was a guy named Jobs. No, Jobs. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jobs and Wozniak.
Yeah.
And they were making jack, selling these little blue boxes to people until they got found out. But that was their first endeavor out of a garage, was hacking long distance phone calls.
Actually, Ian Murphy is local, and we're going to have him on probably next couple of weeks as a Zoom-in guest.
Oh, awesome sauce.
And he's actually potentially going to be one that he wants to do. You put me in touch with him.
Who was that again?
Ian Murphy. We're friends with him on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of funny. He goes, I'll just take a couple minutes of your time. An hour and a half later,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. And I knew who this guy was. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. So yeah,
Awesome.
So it's going to be kind of cool. Bring him on. He was the first convicted hacker. He was the first convicted hacker.
Oh, now there's a feather in your cap.
Well, okay, so the movie Hackers
Yep.
and the movie's Sneaker
Yep.
was kind of about him.
I'm not
Well,
surprised.
not about him personally, but him because he pulled off
What he
some of
did.
the biggest hacks.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Well, that'll be fun to get him on here and reprimand him sternly and remind all of you to never, ever, ever do anything like that at home. Only do it at Starbucks on a VPN.
Weekend.
Okay.
Winkety wink, wink, wink. Right. So anyway, yeah. So we are so far. We
50. really got off that.
We're not. We're really. So let's while we're down nostalgia lane, right? Let's look at what Apple, Google, and Amazon's websites looked in 1999. To me, that is the greatest image
Google has
ever.
not changed.
Google
God,
looks the
right?
same.
But it's beta. Google beta.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Remember
Vista?
Vista search?
Oh my God. Hey, where's AOL?
Wait, Internet Junction.
There it is,
Internet,
AOL
look at
right
that.
there.
Look at
Oh
that.
my God. Oh my God.
Back in the day when
Here is what you must select from.
Amazon.
You know what? Back in the day, this was social media.
Yep.
Whatever was on that page.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, I
that
had
was
one of
it.
those.
Wait, I had one dropped off.
Did you really?
I have one at the shop right now.
Yep.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Wow.
I do. I just got dropped off.
Damn.
Oh, Ask Jeeves.
Remember Ask Jeeves?
Oh my
Loved
God.
it.
Yeah.
Used it all the time.
What?
All the time.
What was
Dogpile. God, I haven't seen
Wait, do you know what the code is for getting 52K on your modem was? It was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was ATNF and C1 and D2.
all at the same time.
Yeah, well, you typed it. You typed
Yeah.
it in the
As a
coding,
coding.
in the back end
Yeah.
on the modem. And it was a string that you added.
Oh, okay. I thought
And
it was
it forced the modem to every time it made a connection to make sure it connected at 52K at all times.
52K.
Not
52K,
so if it
oh
found
my
anything
God.
slower, it wasn't going to connect at it. It was
Right.
just connected.
There
Only.
was a shopping service out in the late
eBay.
90s.
Wow, eBay looked funny back then.
Didn't it, though?
Early 2000s, that had this guy walking around going, it was a cartoon animated character, and he's
Look
like,
at
oh,
MSN.
I got that over at on such and such a
yeah,
site.
yeah,
for-
I do remember
what
that.
was that? Do you remember that? I can't remember the name of the site, but it was.
Oh man, look at MSN.
I know
What?
MSN was a train
God.
wreck. All these things.
Oh,
What is that?
hey,
What is that?
in the world? I can't even read that. Oh yeah, the
The
library.
White House Library. Oh my God! Wow, that's
Look at
easy to
that
read
imagery.
too. God, you got to love that. Repeat. Wallpaper. Oh. And you know what bothers me? I'm going to say this. Okay, there are people out there with businesses in the Tampa Bay area whose websites look
Still
just
look
like
that today.
Okay, I swear to God. I mean,
We
and
know,
I
we know a
see
guy that
them.
builds those, don't we?
yeah.
Oh my God!
Those
I'm
old freaking 90s.
Who do you think you're doing a favor to?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
There's
wow.
there's a couple steel companies I've seen.
Yep.
They have
It's just all about data for them.
their database.
Yep.
runs
But
like
I
that.
figured that's I was when we looked at the other article, I'm like, oh, that's perfect. We'll just go jump on that right there. So did you guys check into the EU planning toughest regulations for the hit list article?
No, I did not get there.
So what happens in the EU eventually dribbles to us. Sometimes when it comes to stuff like this. So they're actually putting together a hit list of 20 large internet companies, including Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Google's, that's who own Google, facing new tougher rules aimed at curbing their market power. So they're trying to scale back in the EU. And if it works over there, then typically, the guys over here goes, well, it works over there, and blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And a lot of these are American-based,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny. It's like we don't want too much influence of America over here.
No, we can't have that.
No, can't have that. Oh, no.
That's evil.
No. It's, it's kind of funny. I'm going to, once again. So at the trade show yesterday, we met these guys from Mobot.
Yep.
And what they do is, the Husqvarna mowers that you can
Yeah.
get from Lowe's,
Yep.
which are way too much money. Mm-hmm. You can grab you can actually sign up these guys' service, and they will put one in your yard. It lives there. You pay them a monthly service, and every single day, it cuts your lawn, and it only cuts itty bitty bit. We're going to talk about them more a little bit, but and by cutting it small, the cuttings disintegrate easier,
Yeah. Right.
and it becomes
Oh, yeah.
fuel. Okay, so I said, well, that's great new technology. He goes, not new technology. It's been around for years in Europe. England, when you build a house in England, especially inside, and you're in their garden, it's not a lawn, it's a garden, right? They build the gardens, the lawn, with in mind that you're going to have one of these. And they do it because it's low noise, because it's battery operated, it's clean, so you're not waking your neighbor up at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning mowing like we do, and it happens, right? Super cool. We'll actually show a clip of that.
Well, we would see over here. Our thing is we would set the timer to go on at 10 o'clock, and then the sprinklers would come on, and then fry it.
Yeah. No, they take care of I ask them that question, then they take over everything.
Oh.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So, but the EU, I can't. They're gonna start cracking down on people, which is I kind of find funny, because normally they follow suit with us all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a little backwards now.
It is getting backwards, which is kind of weird.
Now, we've got big tech companies here that have been running a little bit unbridled, and so leave it to Europe to catch them first.
Yeah. Yep. And another one we talk about is, so Five Eyes governments, India and Japan make new call for encryption backdoors. Did you read it? Did you get into this one yet?
No, but I can guarantee that that's something that every country,
Right.
And I don't think the big countries are going to say we want that too. They probably already have it.
Yeah, so members of the intelligence agency alliance, Five Eyes, along with the government representative of Japan, have published a statement over the weekend calling for tech companies to come up with a solution for law enforcement to access end-to-end encrypted communications.
That's terrifying.
That is terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because now, anytime they want to,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and especially when we've seen the weaponizing of these agencies in recent years.
right?
Being used against individuals. The alphabet agencies being used to attack political opponents, being used to go after political organizations. And then you want to say, okay, and we're also seeing it at the same time that we are watching the prosecution and investigations of crimes where they are leveraging other information and crimes that may or may not have been committed, okay? But they're leveraging that information to get people to say and do things that may or may not be true in order to plea bargain down on their other crime.
Right.
And so now you've got them able to get anything on you and use it against you. And it sounds like conspiracy theory. Oh, that's crazy. That'll never happen.
Right.
Can we go back to the other topic we were just on about all the things that we thought would never happen
Yeah.
that ultimately did?
Right.
And there is no way, if someone is given this power, that they won't use it.
No,
maintain
that's the
their
ultimate,
power.
That is the ultimate. I mean, so now you go to the we'll go science fiction here a little bit. The movie with Tom Cruise in there, where they
Minority Report,
where they're looking into
future crime.
You didn't kill that person today, but in 6 months you're going to kill the guy, so you're going to go to jail now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So and
You are on a trajectory to commit a crime.
Right.
So we're going to arrest you before it happens.
right.
There is no free will.
Because the government officials claim that tech companies have put themselves in a corner by incorporating end-to-end encryption, the E2EE, into their products, and it makes it hard for the government to get in there and go.
Oh, poor babies.
Well, I mean, look, I'm not committing any crimes, but that's my crap.
Yeah.
That ain't your crap.
Well,
You don't need to be- you don't
I
need-
like the fact that they are starting to view this as an extension and give your phone the same protection as your spouse. Your spouse cannot be compelled to testify against you. And they are starting to push laws that give your phone the ability to say no.
Right.
Okay? In other words, now, facial recognition, that's a problem. Okay,
Well,
on a phone, because I can go
right.
beep and hold it up to the person who's handcuffed, and now I'm in his phone.
Yeah. So how are you going to go like this?
Right.
It'll still get you.
Well, as long as you have a
The
mask on,
metrics
you're
are too
okay.
good.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Before all this started, we facial recognition and then thumbprint and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, the government, and I hate to say this, but the government needed a way to get everybody logged in to the system. Guess what?
Facebook.
There you go. Welcome to the Facebook.
I just posted that.
That is
I
funny.
couldn't get a screen cap of it, so I just posted it.
That's funny.
Rob, if you can pull up that image, I don't know if you can.
That is the Facebook.
that I put into the messenger.
That's great.
But yeah, this was a big part, and you got to look at this, and I can guarantee you that there was somebody in one of the alphabet agencies going, "Oh, this is a great idea. I know what we can do with this."
Wait,
Okay.
was that the stuff they got from Oracle?
Oracle.
This
How
is
about that?
They're doing a great job with Jocelyn.
Yeah. Look at that.
Here it is.
The
Welcome
Facebook.
to
See,
the
that's
Facebook.
why it used to be called the Facebook.
That's why it was. Yeah, that's why jokingly anybody that's old enough to remember
The Facebook.
refers to it as the Facebook.
I put stuff
Okay.
on the Facebook.
My wife calls
Oh,
it
yeah.
face page.
What?
Face page.
Face page.
Face page.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
We used to make up names for fake, social media stuff,
Yeah.
and there'd be like Face Page and My Book and
My Book.
Yeah,
Yep.
my face. That was my
Face.
favorite. My face.
There you
Yes.
go. So the next topic, if we can get it in here, is how to block bad websites or just get things done. Now this come from Wired. I like Wired. They come
Yeah.
up with some really good stuff. And one of the first things they said is block site, which I've heard of this, but I don't really know how it works. Have you heard of this?
Yeah. It's just an applet that it's just an applet that runs inside your browser, but it only works for that one browser you use. So like if you switch out of Chrome, for instance, and go into Firefox, and then
Okay.
you don't have it installed, it's not going to do anything for you.
Right.
So it's really
It
redundant.
allows you to cheat, but it just makes it one step harder.
Yeah.
And I mean, iPhones come with it. Almost everything comes with some kind of focus blocker thing
Right.
that says but it requires you to go in and say, I don't want to see Facebook from these hours.
Right.
Okay. Well, if you've got the self-control to do that, guess what, folks? You
Yeah.
probably are not the kind of person that needs the help of this blocker.
Now, if you really want to block something, there's a few options. Like for instance, Cloudflare has a safe safe browsing DNS, which what you would do is, in order to initiate it across your whole network in your home, then you would log into your router, and where at the section where it gives you the specifications for your settings from your ISP, where it tells you, if you have a dynamic internet or static IP, there's a section that says DNS. You put the DNS settings basically from Cloudflare or whatever DNS service you want to use, and you put it in there, and that router now sends all internet traffic to Cloudflare servers, who then automatically say that's either going to be a block site or that's going to, so you can filter content that way. They have a free service that gives you 3 different levels of blocking. If you do Cloudflare or any other, there's paid services that you can do.
Cold Turkey, Freedom.
But that's working across all your browsers, everything at that point.
That would work across
you
everything in
can't
your
go
house.
to those websites.
Right.
So you can't go to *xxx.
That's correct.
Okay? Nobody in your house can go there. Period. End of statement.
We used a service like that back in the day, and on my wife's mortgage company. So everybody there, for wireless was a thing, right? So everybody's plugged in the internet. So she goes, I don't want anybody to get any bad sites, any porn sites, stuff like that. So I put all the typical porn words and then some crazy ones. Well, the problem is, there was a company that came out with a product, and it was called the Badass blah blah blah.
Badass fans.
Right. Well, you
Badass
couldn't go
fans.
there because the word ass was in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Or any derivative of. So I'm like, oh crap! So then I had to go whitelist things. Okay, you can go to that one. You can go to this
It's a bunny
one.
trail.
Right.
And you will be there forever.
I was constantly updating
Because
and changing.
now there
and
are
deleting
2
and-
billion websites, so start going through them one at a time.
Yeah,
And then
Okay.
the other problem is if a website comes out that doesn't, that's for instance a bad site or something, but does not get labeled on the internet or hasn't got labeled yet as what their information's about, then some of those DNS services can't filter it because it doesn't know. So you'd have to literally go in there and say you cannot go to this site. So it's a never-ending battle, unfortunately, and it's very frustrating.
All right, everybody. Well, we thank you for
my
watching.
goodness.
I know. 37 seconds.
Done already?
Holy cow.
But we're still going.
We had more stuff.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so look, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. If you like the show, share the show. Again, email us. Some of the stuff we talked about today was from emails from great viewers like yourself. We appreciate that. If you need us, Tech Shamans at WeBeamTV.com. We will take care of you. If you need Adam, call Adam. If you need a phone service, call 7. If you need a website, call Anthony or text us and we'll get you all to it. If you need video, call me. That's what we do. So thanks for watching. We'll see everybody next week. Have a good week.
Take care.
See you.
We got the plans 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. We understand 'cause we are the Tech Shamans. Dude, I got this cool thing to show you. Really, man? Yeah, it's far out and technical and stuff. Awesome. Yeah. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Come on and turn it on. Tune into the Tech Shamans. Cool.